Hi, Paul Gruen here. It's really windy today, so you might be hearing some background noise. Is there any area in your life where you're not meeting your goals or quotas? That could be in sales, weight loss, giving up smoking or drinking, anything. Did you find that even setting a goal was an impossible task? You thought about one and said, no, I'll never be able to do that. You gave up. You didn't even try. Why is it that some people can and others can't? I just finished a great book about this. You can see that I like to read, and I've also been a trainer all my life. Some of the things I read are to help me. Some things are to help and train others. I got and read this latest book for my own benefit, but this book's worth sharing. All I can really do is summarize it here and hopefully tickle you into reading it for the rest. It's called The Consistency Chain for Network Marketing. It's by George Campbell and Jim Packard. I'd say the title's a little misleading. It's not limited to just network marketing. But I'm in network marketing, which is why I read it. And I had so many light bulb moments. If you're in sales or anything that requires hitting goals or quotas, you'll like it too. But first, a little background. Have you ever heard of the Pareto principle? Most people haven't. Have you ever heard of the 80-20 rule? Many people have, especially anybody in sales. That is the Pareto principle. Pareto was an Italian a couple hundred years ago who noticed that 80% of the land was owned by 20% of the people. There's all sorts of other examples. It's pretty much a universal rule. Every salesperson has heard that 80% of your business comes from 20% of your customers. Company leaders know that 80% of the sales or company income comes from 20% of their salespeople. They know that. And then they try and train the 80%ers on how to be more like the 20%ers. You've heard sales leaders give their presentations, right? They're up on stage, they're upbeat, they're highly motivated. They're telling you what led to their success. But what those 20%ers do doesn't work for the rest of the 80%ers. They get frustrated, they quit. That's why turnover is so high. They feel like they're failures. And there's a reason for it. They're wired differently. Let me explain. And this is really interesting, at least for me as an engineer. A study was done that documents all this. Decades ago, a bunch of 5-year-old kids were tested. A kid was put in a room. An adult placed a marshmallow on the table in front of him. And the adult said, I'm going to leave the room and come back in 5 minutes. If the marshmallow's still here, you'll get another one. Guess how many kids were able to fight off the impulse to eat the marshmallow? 20%. 80% were overwhelmed by their desire for immediate gratification. Now here's where it really gets interesting. Those same kids were tested when they were 17 to 18. There was still a dramatic increase or difference. The 20%ers had higher GPAs, higher SAT scores, and were judged to be more socially advanced. When they were in their 40s, the 20%ers had lower divorce rates, a better sense of self-worth, they pursued their goals more effectively, and they were in better health. And when they were in their 50s, technology had advanced to the point that their brains could be scanned. The decision-making areas of the brains of the two groups were noticeably different. I'll let you read the book for the rest of those details. Now, this isn't meant to be depressing. There's nothing wrong with the 80%ers. They don't need to be fixed. They're not lazy, they're not bad or unmotivated or flawed. They're just as intelligent, just as talented, educated, motivated, skilled, ambitious, and trained as the 20%ers. They're just different. What they lack is consistency. They need a way that allows them to feel the pleasure of an immediate win, yet still make progress toward a distant goal. The book goes into a lot of detail on this, so all I can do here is summarize. The 80%ers should not have a goal like, I'm going to exercise for 45 minutes every day for a whole year. It's too unrealistic. That's like telling an alcoholic, don't drink for a whole year. That's impossible. A whole year is too long. A month's too long. A week's too long. Just have one simple goal for one day. Don't think you'll contact 30 people a day for 3 months. We're having a sales blitz. No. Just contact one person a day, one day at a time. Over time, with that level of consistency that can be maintained, you'll build up momentum. It's like getting a train up to speed. It takes a while, but once you do, it's almost impossible to stop. The same applies with exercise. I can certainly relate to this. Just think about working out one day at a time. If you do that long enough, it'll become so ingrained that it'll eventually feel natural and easy. It'll become something you actually look forward to. It'll feel awkward if you miss it. So that's my summary. Once again, the book's called The Consistency Chain for Network Marketing by George Campbell and Jim Packard. I hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.